I'm Kat Iniba, and you are watching Halo Halo, America's top entertainment and lifestyle show for Asian Pacific Americans. It's time now to chat with Rex Sampaga of National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences to give us his take on indie artists to look out for. Welcome back, Rex.
Thank you, Kat. Thank you for welcoming me back.
Now, it's always fun because you always give us the inside scoop on these upcoming artists. But first, you got back from the Grammys a couple of weeks ago. Tell me a little bit about that and that experience.
Yeah, I've been a Grammy member for the past 4 or 5 years, and I went to the show. I've been going to the show ever since I became a member, and I went to last Sunday's, 2 weeks ago actually, last Sunday's show. And 56th Annual Grammy Awards. This year was a little different because, again, it was in January. Usually the Grammy Awards are in February, but because of the Winter Olympics and the Super Bowl, CBS asked the Grammy organization to move it up to January. So it's kind of like after we celebrated the New Year, it was like, oh, we have to turn in our ballots, literally, like literally turn in our ballots for the Grammy Awards and stuff.
So speaking of which, did any of your votes make it?
Yeah, you know, I made my predictions, and, you know, and I think I went out 1 out of 4 out of the big 4 awards and everything. But I think the one I got right was, I think it was Album of the Year.
Yeah.
Became Daft Punk, Random Access Memories. I got that one right. But everything else was just, But there's being like 5,000 other members who voted for this thing too, so.
Now, the Grammys ran really, really long because I thought there was so many wonderful performances. Which ones were your favorite?
Yeah, the show, literally, I think it was closer to 4 hours long.
Holy
crap. I heard that on the West Coast feed, I heard it got cut off at a certain time, and by that point, the last performance of the night was the rock performances with Queens of the Stone Age, Lindsey Buckingham of Fleetwood Mac, and other amazing rock artists and stuff. And like, I think after it got cut off here, like their performance segment kept going.
Yes.
So we didn't leave until after they like finally performed, and LL Cool J came out and thanked all of us and good night. We'll see you next year.
Who was your favorite?
Yeah, there were actually a few favorite performances. I really liked Robin Thicke. With Chicago. That kind of, you know, that's always great where they mix in like a current artist with, you know, an artist from the 60s, 70s, or the 80s, the old school kind of artists and stuff. And so that was great how they did that little medley of Robin Thicke, Blurred Lines, and then they played some classic Chicago songs and the horn bands and stuff. Another one actually was Sarah Bareilles and Carole King.
Yes.
That was a wonderful, wonderful one because, I mean, Carole King obviously has been influencing a lot of singer-songwriters, especially with Sarah Bareilles and everything. So it was such a thrill for her to perform with Carole King. 2 pianos, very simple. They put them out. They put them out in the stage of the round at Staples Center, and they just blew everybody away again.
They were great.
It was totally wonderful. Totally wonderful.
Now, I want to know about these indie artists that we need to look out for.
Oh, yes.
So there is an event. South by Southwest.
Yeah, there are a couple. Yeah, there are a couple of events to start of 2014. The big one is South by Southwest down in Austin, Texas, and basically they get artists from all over the world, U.S., Europe, Asia, and basically it's a cavalcade. Like there are all kinds of clubs, pubs, bars, restaurants. All these artists perform in various places around Austin, and all of the label people, industry people, A&R people, publishing, they all go down to South by Southwest to converge, and they look for the next big signing for that year or the years before. My one time there at South by Southwest, I actually saw Norah Jones before she got signed to Capitol Records.
Before anyone knew
Before anybody knew about her and everything, and I saw her perform at a library.
Oh, wow.
Out of all the places, it was at some library, and it was packed, standing room only, and it was just her and the piano. And from that performance on, then she got signed to Capitol. We all know her success.
Right. Now, who should we be looking out for this year?
There are a few artists. I checked out the artist list this year and everything, and one that actually stood out to me was, remember the group The Smashing Pumpkins?
Yes.
The co-founder, James Iha, went solo, and he's actually going to be performing down there at South by Southwest. He was the contributing, not just the member, but also contributing songwriter for the group and everything, and he's gone solo the past few years and stuff, and so I think he's trying to do his thing at South by Southwest to get noticed and get signed as a solo.
Same sound, or?
From what I hear, it's pretty much the same sound, you know, influenced by that pop rock, more of the rock alternative kind of sound and everything. And also I noticed that there's a big cavalcade of artists coming from Korea.
Yes.
And I'm just like, whoa, they've really gone worldwide here and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some of the ones that come to mind are a couple of groups called Kiha and the Faces, Idiotape, Crying Nut, and the last one's Just Now. Now you notice that these groups that I'm naming here, I mean, they're not your usual, you know, K-pop kind of sound. I mean, we're talking about the other genres of music: rock, alternative, some
like
pop with maybe some dark undertones in there and something like that. I mean, that's what South by Southwest is really known for. I mean, they're known for a lot of independent sound, a little bit left of center, maybe a little bit right of center, but you know, not just your usual mainstream.
Now, the second event that you were telling me about, I Create Music, there's also artists there that we need to be looking out for.
Yeah, for any potential songwriters or songwriters who are currently writing right now, ASCAP, of which I'm a member of, ASCAP stands for the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers. They're celebrating their 100th year this year and everything, and one of their big events they hold in LA is called the I Create Music Expo, and it's usually held in Hollywood. Usually around the end of April. And basically it's catered towards a lot of the creative people, songwriters, musicians, engineers, studio people of that ilk. And they all converge in LA, and they have workshops, networking events. Artists can submit songs to get critiqued on the spot.
Oh, that's scary.
By label people. ASCAP has been able to get top industry people. Last year they had L.A. Reid.
If you're an artist or aspiring artist and you want to be, can you be a part of this?
Yes.
Is it open to the public?
It's open to the public. Just go to ascap.com. And you have to get all the information on there. You don't have to be a member of ASCAP to even come to this event, but it's a 3-day event. I recommend it to all of the new artists or developing artists or artists who are like figuring out what to do with their career and everything. This would be a great starting point for that.
Oh, thank you so much for all that info. I always learn so much about music. Thank you, Rex. We're going to take a quick break, but we have more entertainment and lifestyle news when we return.